Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on today. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today I'm going to do a pick a pile for a simple yes or no with some angel affirmations, all right? There are 3 cards here. Reverse is no and upright is yes. We'll get a little bit of insight of why that is a yes or a no, and then we have some angel affirmations. So I'm going to give you a moment to pick your pile. Pile number 1, we have this piece of Labradorite. I don't know if you can get the actual depth of the color by the camera, but it's a beautiful piece of Labradorite. For pile number 2, we have a piece of blue tiger's eye. It's like blue and brown tiger's eye. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful piece of rose quartz. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to pick which pile, to put the question in your head. Just a simple yes or no question for a simple yes or no answer. All right. So I'm going to give you a moment to concentrate on your question and then pick the pile to receive your answer. Okay, pile number 1. If you pick this piece of Labradorite, Labradorite is good for if you are in recovery, you have addiction problems, for self-love, for energy protection, for healing, but it's definitely good for overcoming obstacles and addictions, for self-love. All right, so if you pick pile number 1, Labradorite, your yes or no answer is, first one is a no with the Queen of Wands, the second one's a no, and the third one is a upright. So it looks like you're not ready to come out of your shell. You're not ready to give out your feelings. Like either the person isn't ready to put out their feelings, that they are in hermit mode. With the Queen of Wands reversed, they are fiercely protective of their own space, or you are fiercely protective of your own space. It doesn't feel like you want to give any emotion to this, or they don't want to give any emotion to this, that you're not ready. All right, so pile number 1 is a no, that the timing's not right, the feelings aren't there, or you're just going inside hermit mode on yourself. All right, doing that self-work. You're not ready to go out into the world, pile number 1. Or this person that you're asking about isn't ready to go out into the world. Whatever it is, there needs to be a little bit more inner reflection towards your feelings. Somebody is keeping their feelings hidden and into themselves, or they're just working on themselves and their feelings. And that could be totally you, pile number 1. Your angel affirmations are assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love as you requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. An opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Right? I feel like a lot of you are either the person that you're asking about, or the situation that you're asking about needs a little bit more time of inner reflection, of going inwards and really evaluating true feelings and not based off of a reaction, like kind of giving it a moment to ripen. I feel like the word ripe. It's not ripe yet, or it's ripening. I'm going to pull you a spiritual as fuck card, see what sort of messages we can get from that. There are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself, right? Like if somebody keeps asking you on a date and you keep telling them no, then they get all angry about it because they're trying to pressure you into doing something that you're just not ready to do, So then they go around talking about how much of a bitch you are because you stood up for yourself. Like, how dare you, tell somebody that you are not in a position to want to go out, to want to date, to want to be involved in anything serious, and they just keep pressuring you. So then they turn to not liking you because you stood your ground and stood your ground. It says, this is true. The biggest revenge we can have on people who judge us is to love ourselves hard and for really reals. Some people are going to talk shit about you simply because you are shining bright as fuck. Shine on. Shine on. Yeah, I feel pile number one that you are either the person that you're dealing with, like that's how they feel, that they're just standing their ground and working on themselves, or that's what you're doing. All right. Let's move on to pile number two. If you picked pile number two, if you picked this piece of tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, and brown tiger's eye, I don't know if the camera will do it justice if you can actually see the blue in there. Blue tiger's eye, like, I didn't even know there was blue tiger's eye until recently. Well, within the last year or so. So pile number two, for your yes or no answer, remember reversals are no and uprights are yes. And then we have some angel affirmation cards, all right? The Magician, ooh. With the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. I feel like the answer is no to whatever your question is, because we have two in reverse and one upright. The upright is you are in the right direction, but it might be not for the right reasons, okay? It might not be truthful to your heart's true desire. It might be a manifestation of something that is ego driven rather than spiritually driven, or the person that you're inquiring about or the situation that you're inquiring about is it not to your highest good. It is not to your highest truth. And I feel like you should not necessarily give up on manifesting, but make sure you're manifesting from your heart center, from your higher self. Don't just settle for the first offer that comes around type of deal. I feel that the answer is a no because it doesn't suit your spiritual mission. Okay, you are on a spiritual mission. Yes, you are manifesting and you are on a spiritual mission, but whatever the yes or no question is about, is it's not for your highest good, for your best truth. It is not for your highest mission. With the Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse, either somebody's not telling you the truth and you kind of know it, with the Magician card being in the upright, or the situation that you're asking about is definitely not for your highest potential. Your angel affirmation cards are have confidence and Cupid. So yeah, don't settle. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough. Like, confidence in your manifestation is enough. Along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buy you your courage and faith. Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Okay, so some of you might be on the dating market, and you might have gone out on a couple of dates, and you're wondering if the person that you just recently encountered is for your higher purpose. And I believe that there are other opportunities available to you. I believe that there's something better out there for your spiritual mission, for your highest self. And because the answer was a no, but it was based off of spiritual truth. So you are manifesting in the right direction, but don't settle. Don't settle for the first person that comes that's all shiny. All right. I'm going to pull you a spiritual as fuck card. Let's see what we got here. says this could be the day that you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do. What's the first thing you think of when you read that self-destructive thing you do? There it is. Now imagine what it would be like to stop doing that thing, like right now. Think of who you could ask for help, because if you could have stopped on your own, you probably already would have. Now call that person and ask for help. You could even make up a safe word like bananas. Text, because no one calls anymore, or emoji, because emojis are more effective than words, right? What's the first thing you think of when you read that self-destructive thing you do? Now stop doing that, right? And that could be settling, that could be simple as settling. But your answer, if you have a yes or no question, I believe the answer is no, that there's something better for you, for your spirit out there. Just as I say that, stop saying yes to shit you hate. That's awesome. We say yes to dumb shit, to dumbass shit, because we want to be cool, to take care of others, and because we think that we need a reason to say no. The people we say no to may never understand why we needed to say no in order to be true to ourselves. You don't even have to know why you said yes in the past. Don't get stuck in a process spiral about it. If you're not into it, just stop saying yes and move the fuck on. That's exactly what I was saying. All right? I hope that gave some sort of clarity or guidance to anybody out there that chose that pile or was looking for that specific answer. And we're going to move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3. If you chose this piece of rose quartz for your pile, for your yes or no answer, remember reversals are no and uprights are yes. And we'll get a little bit of why that is with some angel affirmations, and I'll pull you a spiritual as fuck card as well. So your first is, no. A strength, that is a yes, and a yes. Okay, so we have a yes. All right, this no is a sort of like this is the narcissist card. Like this guy drowns in his own reflection. Okay, so if you're wondering if you're dealing with somebody that is all about themselves, the answer is yes. Okay, if you and it's going to take some strength and the cooperation of others with the 7 of Pentacles and the upright. Okay, so you're gonna need some strength to get away from, like, that's the most narcissistic, like that is the narcissistic card. Okay, so if you're wondering if the person that you're dealing with is a narcissist, then the chances are that yes, and it's going to require some strength to break free of that bond. If you're wondering if you're a narcissist, that answer is no, because a narcissist will never ask if they're a narcissist. Okay, but I believe that this person is yes, this person is all about themselves. They're in it for their own personal gain. They only are in love with their own reflection. All right, because the answer here is a yes. If you were looking for a simple yes or no answer that doesn't have to do with love, then yeah, your answer is yes. And your angel affirmation cards are creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. And you have blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually a part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. I'm going to pull you a spiritual as fuck card. Let's see. Your gut knows what's up. Trust that bitch, right? Your gut wants to talk, and it always has your back. All you got to do is listen up and not be a punk about whatever it's going to say. Even if you're fuzzy on the right thing to do, your gut usually knows what the wrong thing to do is. Maybe the right thing to do is anything but what you're tempted to do out of spite, fear, or impatience. Yeah, probably that. Like 99% usually. Let's see what else we can get. It says Namaste. The slay in me recognizes the slay in you. At some point, you got to get up and act like the people you admire. You probably know someone who is slaying at life right now. Spend today doing the shit they do. Better yet, take them to coffee and ask them how exactly they managed to slay so hard. Then recognize where you are capable of the same kind of slay. Namaste. All right, those are your pick a yes or no piles for this series of pick a yes or no piles. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. I'm over halfway there to a community tab, and I'm super excited about it. You guys are amazing. Remember, you can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude, and that choice is always ours. Love you. Vroom. Beep, beep.